Okay, we'll start now. My name is Tayyaba and I'm a verbal faculty at Advice. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome all of you here. Thank you so much for joining in for today on a live or at Instagram and Facebook. Our topic for today is IELTS, which is the stepping stone to your study abroad dream. Advice is the one-stop solution for all your international study needs, as you all are aware. Advice, the pioneer in the field of overseas education consultancy, has been guiding students for more than 2 decades now in accomplishing their academic goals in overseas countries. So we are conversant with the pressures you face when it comes to preparing for overseas standardized examinations like IELTS, PT, TOEFL, GMAT, GRE, SAT, and even Duolingo. So we are kind of aware what pressures you face. So after, the process is very difficult. So after you all have zeroed in on the course or university and country, the next step is to find out which test does the university accept for granting admissions. Then your journey begins to prepare for that test. So today I am here to talk about one such internationally recognized language proficiency test, which is IELTS. Now, if I have to make a checklist for you all, my young friends embarking on the study abroad dream, one critical item listed there would be taking IELTS exam. So students continue to look on IELTS as a challenge. However, of all difficulties you face in the process, it is the easiest step to overcome, which leads you towards your study abroad goal. And beyond question, we at Advice are at the forefront in providing a stepping stone in the area of study abroad test prep. Advice provides incomparable training in not only IELTS but also TOEFL, PT, GMAT, GRE, SAT and Duolingo in 24 branches across India. Our excellent faculties ensure that you achieve the best scores possible, also with joint efforts from the students as well. Advice International LLP is also the British Council's Platinum Plus partner and a test registration center for the same. Let's understand IELTS in detail now. The test is offered in over 1600 locations in more than 140 countries. Over 10,000 organizations worldwide accept IELTS as a proof of language ability. Also, IELTS scores are admissible in over 140 countries and more than 10,000 institutes recognize IELTS scores for granting admissions. IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System, is looked on as a reliable means of understanding one's, that is candidates' command on the language who wish to study or work where English is the language of communication. An international team of writers contribute to IELTS test materials. So there are 2 modules in IELTS. The academic version is for candidates who wish to study at undergraduate or postgraduate levels. So it reflects some of the features of academic language and assesses whether you are ready to begin studying or training. Then there is one general training version, which is for candidates who wish to migrate to an English-speaking country, and that general training version test focuses on basic survival skills in broad social and workplace contexts. Now your IELTS has 2 versions, as we discussed, that is your academic and general training versions. So in both the versions, that is your academic and general training, you are tested on 4 communication skills, which are your listening, reading, writing and speaking. So you are tested on, first of all, 2 receptive skills, that is your listening and reading, in terms of how well you receive and understand the language. Then your productive skills, that is writing and speaking, in terms of how well you produce the language. Also, talking about how you can opt for IELTS, IELTS can be taken on paper or computer. So talking about paper-based IELTS, in paper, the format of the paper-based IELTS, so So in paper-based IELTS, it is an official, basically what will happen in paper-based IELTS, you will be sitting in an official test center. You will be sitting at a desk with the question papers and answer sheets for the LRW test, that is your listening, reading and writing. You will write their answers in either pen or HB pencils and you will submit it there. In computer delivered IELTS, you will be sitting in an official test center where you will be presented the LRW test, that is the questions will be presented on the screen, and you have to use a keyboard and a mouse to write down your answers and submit your answers. Okay. Now speaking test basically is carried out face to face with an examiner, with a trained IELTS examiner, regardless of whether you are opting for paper based or the computer delivered one. So for better understanding, we'll just discuss each section briefly. In your listening test, there would be around 4 sections, and there would be around the 4 section will have each 10 questions each. In your reading, you will be given 3 passages. There would be 3 sections with a total of 40 questions, you can say, and each section will have a passage which would be taken from journals, magazines or newspapers. The writing test will be consisting of 2 tasks where you would be writing 2 essays. In task 1, you are required to look at a diagram and then you have to present that information in your own words. In task 2, you are presented with a point of view, argument or a problem, and you have to write an essay on it. Speaking test generally is taken between 11 to 14 minutes. Speaking test is divided into 3 parts. So basically in part 1, you will be answering few general questions about yourself. Then in part 2, the candidate is given a task card and you have to speak on that particular topic for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then in part 3, you will be asked questions which are thematically linked to that cue card topic. So those would be linked to the cue card topic. Listening and speaking, that is the first 2 sections. Listening and speaking are the same for both the tests. That is, it would be the same, the format would be the same for both general and academic module. But the subject matter of the reading and writing sections would differ depending on which test you take. That is, if you are opting for academic reading, you will have text which will range from descriptive, you can say factual and analytical. Whereas general training reading, because it is general training, it will include materials, or the content of the subject would be something that you are likely to encounter in an English speaking environment. So also similarly, general training writing topics would be also of general interest. So in general training writing, one thing different would be that you will be writing a letter in writing task 1, and in task 2 again you will be writing an essay. Let's talk about the key facts, few key facts about IELTS exam. So the total test time is going to be 2 hours and 45 minutes. You will take the first 3 sections of the test on the same day in the following order, that is listening, reading and writing. There are no breaks in between. For paper based, your speaking test will be held either technically you can say 7 days prior or 7 days after your LRW exam, depending on the local arrangements. So for example, your speaking date is 30th January. So your listening, reading, writing date is, for example, 30th January. Then your speaking exam date may come on 29th or 28th January, or probably on the 1st of February. You will be intimidated about the speaking test date later on after you book your LRW test, few days after that. Now for computer based, there are few changes when it comes to computer delivered test. At the end of the listening test, there will only be 2 minutes to check your answers. That is, in your normal paper based listening, you are given 10 minutes to review your answers before submitting it. In your computer based, you are just given only 2 minutes to check the answers. For speaking section, One another difference in your computer delivered test is that in speaking section, speaking test time can be selected for computer delivered test, which is not available for the paper based IELTS. All other sections are same as paper based test. IELTS results are reported on a 9-band scale for overall language ability, along with providing individual score for each of the 4 skills, that is LRW, that is your listening, reading and writing. Another key fact is IELTS test fee in India is rupees 14,000. IELTS paper based tests are available up to 4 times per month, and computer based IELTS is conducted throughout the month. You can check also, if you wish to check the registration dates for IELTS exam, you can log in for this website, ieltsregistration.britishcouncil.org. Another thing to note is that there is no pass or fail in IELTS. Scores are graded on the 9-band system. So each educational institution or organization sets its own level of IELTS scores to meet its individual requirements. So you have to confirm to the university what are your score requirements. Results for IELTS are available in 5 to 7 days for your computer delivered test, and if you are opting for paper based test, your results are available for in a period of 13 days. All your IELTS test report form, that is your TRF, that is your score, is valid for 2 years. So taking IELTS can bring umpteen opportunities in terms of living, studying and working around the globe. Talking about how long it takes to prepare for the test, it actually depends on your level of English. For all of you who have been affected by the COVID-19 outbreak, we know this is a difficult time. Whilst it was not possible to attend face-to-face classes for now, we have been conducting our online classes on Zoom since March 2020. So you can join and prepare for your IELTS test with us without leaving the comfort of your home. Getting your desired score, I know, in IELTS is going to take you closer to your end goal. So again, good luck for your preparation. For more information, updates, and if you wish to do your IELTS prep with us, you can visit our website, that is adviceinternational.com, or you can also visit our nearest branch. Now I am open to few questions. If there is any question, you can ask. Sakshi is asking, ma'am, I need to study in Australia. So for more further details on that, you can drop your email over here and our counselor and or the concerned person can get back to you. For application in Canadian universities, our counselors can help you out. So please drop your email, our counselors will get back to you. So Zara is asking me, is IELTS is must for students to study internationally? Yes, for majority of the English speaking countries, IELTS is a must. Also, it depends on the requirements of the each country. So yes. Okay, so we'll wind up our session over here. Thank you again, everyone, for your patience and for joining in.